Hello and welcome to our podcast, the Cat and Erna Show. Today we have the part 2 with Mette Kousgaard. Do I pronounce it right? Kousgaard? Kousgaard. And we are going to do a hand reading of both of our hands. We sent some pictures to Mette. Yep. Me too. So we're so excited to get some insights. And Mette, I think the floor is yours.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Yeah,
it's so funny for me because when I read someone, I feel them. I feel the energy, and this morning I woke up with a little heavy feeling in me, and I couldn't decide if it was mine or if it was yours. And you are two persons. And then I wrote to you, and Cat wrote back that wasn't her, and I could feel it. The energy was boiling. And
must have been the hair. Must have been the hair.
The red hair, yeah. And then you wrote, Erna, and I could feel but it wasn't as heavy. But when we wrote to each other, I could feel the energy was lifting.
Yeah.
And it's normal when Cat, I have read sometimes, many times, and for you it's all new. Have you ever been read before in your past?
Not with my hands. No.
And my experience is that you protect yourself, and what can she see? What can she tell about me? Yeah. I want to know, and the things I don't want to know.
Yeah.
So I have the same feeling when someone looks at my hands.
Yeah. The big mystery.
Yeah, but I can't predict the future, and I don't. I can't predict anything, and I don't. I only tell what I see in your hands.
Yeah.
I will take off my jacket because I needed to have something red on me.
Okay.
There is a lot of fire energy in you. Yeah, and it's not only Cat's red hair, new red hair. Congratulations.
Which isn't that red as I thought it would be, but yeah.
Yeah. But there's the fire energy in you. So, but it's too heavy, and it makes noises in the microphone. So but I have the feeling in me. Should I share the screen?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
You have to enable that I can share my screen, Erna.
Can you share
I can
now?
do it now. I can do it.
Good.
Now. That's your hands.
Oh my, yeah.
Yeah.
Why is your right
I just
hand?
Had a tan. I had an immediate tan.
Just like that, huh?
It's actually taken the exact thing at the same time. I wonder as well.
No. Wow.
See, that is the person we. Oh, my internet is unstable. It says. I hope it's okay.
Yeah.
The right hand is the person you are to the world as we see you. It's your masculine hand, and like the blind, like we talked about in the blind drawings, Cat has that personality. When we meet her, she talks a lot and is the elephant in the room, and can be quiet. That is that hand. So Cat is very intense to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And your Erna is a little bit discreet. I like to say it's almost faded, so not so bright, but that's the energy that you are, and that's, for me, it's a very good combination. But as you can see here, you have to do a lot to make yourself seen, Erna, and stop Cat. Does it make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
But still, she can benefit from me dragging her into stuff.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
There is some benefit.
Yeah. It's just that you are aware that you can be the bulldozer.
I am.
That you could calm yourself. Does it make sense? I'm a little bit nervous about the lines, because I only tell them in not about what it means, but how to translate it. But okay. I will try my best.
Or maybe I can help, perhaps.
Yeah. This line, and this one,
the top one.
Yeah. That's the love line. It's about how you love and feel love, and they are both in both your hands, very deep. So you are feeling very deep. Then I will talk about, because if you listen to the podcast, then I will recommend to go to the YouTube channel and look at the screen, because it's difficult for me to say it so precise.
So, so listeners would understand. So it would help them to watch instead.
Yeah. I will use your hand, Cat. You have it too, Erna.
Yeah.
Those small rings, like a chain, on the love line, is a sign that you are very self-critical. And it's a sign of perfectionism.
Yep.
I don't recognize that.
No.
Yes, I do. But
should we show your hands, Erna? Yes, you have it too.
Me?
For me, the perfectionism isn't a bad thing. It can be too much. If I need a surgery, I want the doctor to be a perfectionist. But he can, in my world, it's a man. It could be a woman. But the doctor can cut and perfect the surgery so that the patient would die. He had to stop at one point and then close it, and that's it. So it will be good for you in your life to have someone you trust with your life, to say stop, or to say you have 5 more minutes, or 1 more read, and then you have to finish. Because you can always find something you can do better.
Yeah.
So true.
And now we are talking about trust and safety and security. That is this line.
Mm-hmm.
My education is from Krumme Håndlæser, and she had named this line to be tryghedslinje, safety, comfort. Yeah, comfort.
Safety, yeah.
And security.
Yeah.
In other palm readers call this the lifeline, but you can't tell when the person gonna die.
No, true.
And both of yours are all around the thumb, and you make an extra, Erna.
Oh,
that sign of you need to feel secure.
Yeah.
And it's not it's a need, like if you it's not like an addiction. In Danish we have tryghedsnarkoman, security addicted.
Addict. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not an addiction. It's a need. You need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we're talking about this reading is about the podcast and not you as a person. And for you, both of you, it could be a good thing if you talk about how you are going to feel secure about the podcast and in the podcast and after the podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
Because if you don't feel secure, you get insecure, and it will affect you.
Yeah.
So if you have an understanding that makes me feel secure, then you are more relaxed.
Yeah. True.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So Anna has 2 of those.
Yeah.
And I have 1. And you mentioned that that's because she needs to feel, was it more secure?
You feel it too. You need it too.
Yeah, exactly. Because I need to feel safe as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe to another extent than I feel.
Yeah.
Need to feel safe.
You both need to feel very safe and secure in the things you do.
Yeah.
And you have a little bit more, and it is in your left hand, which is the feminine hand, who you are private, and the feeling, the emotion side.
Yeah.
So it's not on the podcast, but it's for yourself, Erna.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, it does.
And I think it was what I was feeling this morning.
Yeah.
Does it go well? What will she say about me? And that. So if you can make some ritual that you feel secure in the process.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So you have to make something for yourself to feel secure, and you have to make something for your podcast to feel secure.
That's funny, because the ritual that I'm doing now is to dance.
Yeah. And
I do a bit of a dance before and before you joined the session, Cat had put on some music so we could
dance together.
Dance.
Yes. Yeah. And it loosens you up, and that can make you feel secure. If you are tight, then you are easy to push around.
Yeah,
you
true.
will trip.
Yeah. And then I tend to take over because I feel like I need to say something.
Yeah, and you have a problem with silence.
I do.
Yeah, and you have to fill in the silence. But Erna maybe have the need to the silence to think and to put the word in the mouth. So that's a learning curve for you too.
It is, because I need to learn what Erna is doing, because sometimes I just say something and afterwards I'm like, why the hell didn't I just think or say something else? So
but sometimes I think too much, and I'm too silent too long. Ask my daughter.
It's because it's all in your head. And the bridge between your head and your mouth is long. I see it like a bridge that is
like the hanging, the suspended bridge. Yeah.
And it takes a long time to walk over the bridge, and it's not it don't feel secure.
Again, the secure.
And the dog is agreeing with me, so
he knows her.
It's okay with me. The dog barks. It's a sign. So and the bridge between your head and your mouth, Cat, is not very long. It's tiny. It's almost not there.
One step.
So you have to learn. Okay, I need to get Erna over the bridge, then she can talk,
and she can borrow me some of her steps so that we can.
And Erna can be aware of that your bridge is tiny. And maybe stop you a little bit before. It sounds like you're the problem, Cat, but
no.
I'm sitting here feeling like, well, I just need to shut up all the time and say nothing.
And you don't need to, but sometimes you just be aware of, and I need Erna to get over the bridge. And the silence isn't dangerous, I like to say.
What's the saying? Silence is golden.
But the
it
silence
can also be really awkward.
Sometimes.
But
it's both.
Too much of everything.
You have to find the middle ground.
And if you find the silence is too long, you can edit it. So just cut.
True.
This line, I think I have to move you a little bit around. This line and this in the middle of the hand. It's the career line. It's about your career, and you both have straight lines. Maybe I will stop this. I will draw in my hands. I have Sharpies ready to show you, because your listeners could have both. You both have a very straight line. You have some bumps, but it's straight.
Yeah.
put a pencil, it's parallel.
Yeah, it is.
My lines are like this.
A little bent.
Yeah. Yours is that you are analytic, logical, and it's very strange. My head, I can't even think in Danish now.
That happens.
Handlekraftig og analytisk og logisk tænkende on Danish. You are a thinker, and it have to make logic in you. Mine, the bendy one, is a dreamer, a fantast, and melancholy. Yeah.
I'm raising my hand now. In my left hand, it's slightly bended, but in my right, it's not as much. It's just at the end, it bends a little bit.
Yeah.
And I am a dreamer, so.
Yeah, but it's a different place in you.
Okay.
You can say, because I get a lot saying that, but I have it in both hands, and you are analytic and you are a logic thinker, but it is a different place in my hand. Okay. So you have everything in your hand, but some are more
pronounced.
Yeah, pronounced. Oh, and there's a cat.
There goes the cat.
That is very that is very normal when I talk about the hands. The animals, your animals are crowded, and sometimes
they're flocking around me.
Yeah, and looking, and I have so many pictures where they look at an iPad, and the cats and dogs are lying around, and you almost can't see the screen herself. So it's very normal. It's fine with me. I will share the screen again. Oh, sorry. Det skal jeg nok lige edit ud.
Oh, that's Harry, right?
That's Harry Styles. I'm a big fan. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I love that you are.
It is. I'm 15 years old when I see Harry Styles. It's a little bendy, but not as much. But
okay.
Then in yourself, you are a dreamer, and to the world, you are logic and analytic, and that's what we see. Your left hand, we don't see, and that's we talked a little about it in the about the blind drawings. That no, I'm not that all the time. I'm this way when I'm myself. It's the quiet time, the quiet type, and the dreamer in you, but you don't show it.
No.
Do you have any questions about what I was talking about?
Well, if you look at my left hand, then you see it goes straight, and then there's this drop, and then it goes straight again.
Yeah, it's a little bendy, and that could be a sign of there has been a shift in your career.
Ah, okay.
It's like it's taking a bump, and then
because if you look, it seems that it's connected to the third line that goes down all exactly.
Yeah, and it's hvad hedder skæbne?
Destiny, faith.
Destiny. Destiny line.
Oh.
Ooh. Connected to the career line, or is it?
Yeah,
separated?
and it. Can I zoom? It continues here.
Yeah.
And your destiny line is when my readings are also very intuitive, and when I feel in, I almost get dizzy. And it starts in this area is your feelings, and it's also the spiritual area in your hand.
Yeah, okay.
Do you do some spiritual work, Erna? I don't know you as well.
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And it starts here. Normally, it starts here in the middle of the hand.
Oh.
And yours starts here in the spiritual.
Inside.
Yeah. So you know it already, but you are very spiritual.
Yeah.
Both are, but
Erna's more.
Yeah, and yeah,
different.
No,
different.
Different, and your way in life is from the point of spirituality.
Wow.
And oops, I'm cleaning my hands, so yeah, this is hvordan siger man urkraft?
Force from the tribal times, the force you had as when you were living in tribes. That's the best way I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. The inner force, I think we get it, but yeah.
From past life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's if you look at the hands, you have many small lines and big ones, and very many. Erna hasn't got as many. And if you believe in that this is a sign that you are not a new soul, but not as old as Cat is.
Yeah, because when I looked at the pictures, I was like, whoa, it looks like an old hand. I'm not that old, but especially the right one. Yeah,
it's a soul. I have seen a baby hand. He was 3 weeks maybe. And there I have never seen so many lines.
Wow.
Normally
perfect.
Yeah. So all your lines want to talk. It's so funny. I will use Cat's pictures because there's a lot of the lines. The lines under your pinky, what's it called? Not horizontal, but
vertical.
Vertical, yeah. Vertical lines under your pinky. You have some, Erna. It is caring, that you are a very caring person. You do it a lot for others, and you have almost always you forget yourself. So it is very important that you take care of yourself. also. The vertical lines under your ring finger, it's the optimist and joyful lines. You are very easy to get joyful for yourself and for others, and you have it too. And you make, Erna, you make a funnel. Does it call a funnel? Yeah. When it's this way, you are very good at to feel others' joy and enthusiasm, and you can be very interested in something another person is talking about, and when the person goes, it's like, no, that's not my interest. You feel it.
Yeah.
And when the funnel is this way,
yeah,
you are good at spreading the joy. So you are a lovely person to be around, because you get the others. You don't take it. Some things they take the joy from others, but you just feel it.
Yeah.
And you are a funny person to be around, because you make other people feel the joy.
Wow.
You have a little bit also cat, but that the funny thing about your hand is you are making, it's not vertical, but you are making I'm making the sounds. It's not because I'm rude, it's because the energy is lifted, is lifted from me. Then I make the burp sounds. I'm so sorry.
No.
But this, you cut the joy. No, I don't want to be funny. And
but it's also, if I may, it's also like she has more little funnels, but not like straight, but more like a funnel here and a funnel there and a funnel.
Yeah, see, it's kind of a restriction, the lines, and it can be a good thing, because it's good to be joyful, but you don't want to be a clown all the time. So it's you have so much, you have very many lines, but you cut yourself. Does it make sense?
Yeah, kind of. Because I do want to spread joy and be funny, but at the same time I also want to be taken serious. So there's a fear that I won't be taken serious if I'm all that joy and fun all the time. And
that's you do it a lot, and under your middle finger, it's about responsibility. To see the responsibility in others and for yourself, and you make a lot of cuts there too. So for me, it's like I want to be funny, and I want to be serious, but I don't want to be too serious, and I don't want to be too funny.
Exactly.
And that makes a conflict in you. You can't change the lines in your hand, but it takes a lot of work, because it's like nerve. They are dynamic, that you can change them.
So if I wanted to act, to perform as a character, but I also want to have a business helping people, coaching them, And this is an issue for me because I feel like if I choose one thing, I can't have the other.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
if I combine them,
yeah,
would that make me more happy?
Yeah.
And feel serious, being taken serious. Okay.
Yeah. And
good.
I need to say, you have to take yourself serious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because if it doesn't matter if I think if I see you as serious or funny.
True.
It's you. I am funny and I'm serious. And when you have this, I have to be funny or I have to be serious, then you are nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And feeling great doing both.
Yeah. And if you only choose one, you lose a part of you. So you have to be both, and you have to respect yourself.
Yeah, that I'm allowed to do both. That it doesn't mean that I'm not serious if I implement the acting part in the serious coaching stuff.
Yeah.
For instance. Yeah. Okay.
And look at the world. Is it appropriate that I'm funny here, or should I be serious? You can choose, but if it's about something that needs to be serious, it's that should be in the focus.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Do you have any questions, Erna?
No. I'm just taking it all in. I'm taking it all in.
Because you have some very deep lines under your middle finger.
Yeah.
You make a little stop sign. Yeah. But it is very deep, your responsibility.
Yeah.
And for you, it can be draining to
oh my gosh. Sorry.
It's so normal. The dog is barking about this. It's like an underscore. That's right. She's on point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's indeed, it's strange because this morning they're really worse than usual. Usually they do bark every once in a while, but
they felt your energy.
It's the red jacket. It's energy. And you listen, mom, listen. She has something to tell you and you have to listen.
Yeah.
Not the like the blind drawing, I need to, but you really need it, mom. You need to listen. So they can feel the energy too.
But I get distracted and it's like, oh, come on, we're recording here. Please shut up. I could go upstairs, of course, but for me, it feels nicer to be in the room and to have this more like loose thing. Like, I don't care if the cat goes through the camera or whatever. But sometimes. Okay, go.
Yeah, I think it's fine because the dog projects what is inside you.
Yeah.
And now this is recorded. You can see it afterwards, and then you will get the things you need to hear.
Yeah.
And you can write me if there's something you like to get a little bit more about.
Yeah, true.
And if you can hear, my talking is slower than on the blind drawing.
Yeah.
And I stumble to get the right words. And this is me talking to your straight lines. You need to understand it.
Yeah.
About your responsibility lines. Erna, you see where the responsibility lies.
Yeah.
And you need to learn that if it is your responsibility or if it's actually someone else's.
Yeah, I do tend to put all the responsibility on me.
Yeah. And if you can see, that is Cat's just as an example. I can see you, Cat, just a minute. If you can see it's Cat's responsibility, then you just not lay it on Cat. You make it your responsibility to let Cat see it's her responsibility.
Yeah. Well, that's actually really good, because with the podcast before, I would just take everything. I'll arrange it. I'll do the YouTube channel. But now, Cat has done the whole YouTube channel and everything. I just edited the video and the audio, but Cat has a big responsibility in this, and she took it, and I let her. Whereas before, I would say, "Oh no, I'll do it."
Yeah,
that's actually quite funny, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a learning for life.
Yeah,
and I need to say that about this. I'll do it. It is something about the rings, the chain here on your love line, that it has to be perfect. It's not that you don't think Cat can do it, but there's something in you that, oh, I need to do it, because then it will be perfect.
It will be perfect. Yeah.
Does it make sense?
So for me, this really shows I trust Cat enough, or not enough. How do you say that? I trust her wholeheartedly to let it go, to give it to her.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cat.
You're welcome. You didn't even ask. I need to say that.
Yeah. No, true.
You did, and you didn't say I want to do it. I just did it.
No.
I have a couple of questions.
Yes.
Because does the responsibility that Erna feels that she needs to have, is that projected out to the world, to her family and friends, so that they put on their own task to her and she will take them unconsciously? So it's...
Yeah, you can say that it's because they is used to Erna take the responsibility.
Yeah. Oh.
So they get a little laid back and say, "No, Mom will do it. Erna will do it," because she used to. Yeah. So when you, Erna, and you, Cat, too, because you have many.
That was my second question.
Yeah, you have a lot. You have
because I do the same at home.
Yeah.
My husband could say that he wants to do something and he does it, but it's not good enough. So I'll just do it.
And when I'm in a group, when I do something where I'm with people that have so many responsibility lines, I think, okay, she take the responsibility. She do it.
Yeah.
So I get a little laid back and say, okay, she do it. She can say to me if I need to do something, but I don't want to fight about the responsibility. I don't want to fight about what should be done. So you not with your conscience.
But the unconscious.
It's unconscious, and we get used to. That's Erna. That's Cat.
Yeah.
And when you too start to say, no, that's not. When you look at a thing and say, is it my responsibility or is it my husband's responsibility? And when you pick a thing and you say, no, it's not my responsibility, and lay it, the other, your husband or your partner or who you are, will start to say, hey, what's going on? Oh, you're different now. What's going on with you? Then there will be a fight, not a fight, but they need to learn that you are putting the responsibility on the right person. But it's very important that you don't put the responsibility on the person, because it's their learning to see, oh, it's my responsibility. I will take it. You mustn't use your energy to put it on them. Does it make sense?
Just keep waiting. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And if it's when, for example, is if there's dirty laundry, the husband, why can't you put it in the laundry bag? Yeah.
For instance,
it's very common.
Good example.
It's all around the world. It's like this. Why can't you see the laundry needs to be put in the basket and not on the side and just in it? He doesn't see it.
But it's right there.
Yeah, but you see it, and it is your need. It is you want it.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. When he take you can talk about who is doing the laundry. If he's doing the laundry too, sometimes for him it's not a different if it is beside the bag or in the bag.
Yeah.
It's in the area. If you if it drains you or you use a lot of energy, then you can make a choice. You have your free choice, your will. I can't, you, Cat or Erna, can say, I can't stand the dirty trousers are beside the bag, so I choose to take the trousers and put it in the bag. Then you do it for yourself.
Yeah, then it's your own choice.
Then it's your choice.
It is a choice.
Yeah.
It's all choice. And it's your free will. If he doesn't want to do it, you can scream and shout and you can fight about it, or you can just choose to take it. I can't stand it. Yeah. But it's easy. Think about the energy you use.
I know.
You can, and it's not just you, Cat. It's so common, especially when you have a lot of to your listeners. It's so common. And can you feel the energy from? I need to get him to understand. I need to. He must listen. To. I don't like the trousers on there. I take them and put it in the bag. Then it's over.
That's a big discussion, right? Because there's a lot of things in that, and not really, because you can just choose to. I understand that, but at the same time, it's all about, for me, respect. What matters to me, what matters to him, who is doing the chores, and all of that. But that's a whole another discussion.
Yeah.
But it is a choice in the end. You're right.
And you can talk about it. You can say to him, I don't feel respected when you are throwing your trousers beside the bag and not in the bag. And then
and then it's his choice what he does with it.
Yeah. Exactly. Will I respect her wishes or will I do my own?
Yeah. But if he doesn't do it, then you get the feeling that he doesn't respect you and does it knowingly.
And that doesn't mean that he doesn't respect me. It only means that he forgets and that it doesn't matter. So that is why he forgets. And that's
it's a circle.
Yeah.
Maybe we should get going again.
Yeah. Exactly. That's
maybe you have to cut this podcast into.
We'll get a notification.
Yeah. Again?
No, not yet, but
I don't think we will.
This lines, and you have a lot, it's in the area here. And you have them as well. They are very fine, and it's difficult to see in this exploded picture or zoomed in picture, but you have them as well, Erna.
Yeah.
And it's called the allergy lines. It can be, it's not allergy about cats and dogs and flowers, but other person's feelings. So you will almost get an allergic reaction when you are with a lot of people. And that is something you need to be aware of.
Maybe that's why I don't like to go to concerts or festivals or.
Yeah, because you it's like if you have a grass allergy, you would never put yourself on a football field that is just been mown. You wouldn't do that because you will die.
Yeah,
and you can see yourself putting yourself on the football field with all the people, all the feelings. And it's a little bit about these lines here on your heart line, like in Danish it's called paketgulv, like on the on a arrow, not the pointy part, but the end part with the feathers. It is a sign that you take people in.
Yeah.
And you have it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not that easy to see, but you have them too.
Yeah.
I have them too. For me, it's good when I read you. I take you in. I can feel you. I can get your emotions. And I'm a very. It's very much in my body. Other make feel the feelings. And I feel the energy too. That is a good thing when I'm reading, but I do it as well when I'm out shopping or just sitting in a bus or on a train. I take people in. For me, some people make a light umbrella, I like to say, and shower them with lights so they can't feel other person. For me, that doesn't work. I see myself like hvordan siger man filter?
A filter.
Filter in in a washing machine, and it just flows through me.
Yeah.
So it's easier for me to be in the world just like a filter, and not with all things surrounding me and protecting me. Makes sense?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. And you can be aware of that you are taking other people in, and you don't need to keep it.
Yeah.
It's just other people.
Yeah, that is true, actually. Huh.
Yeah.
I never thought about the filter thing, because I always put myself in like an egg filled with light. But that doesn't always work, because the energy and the feelings will come anyway.
Yeah.
And they're just, but being a filter, they come and they go.
Yeah, it's just like they are walking through me.
Yeah.
Ooh. And like a filter, it can pick up some things.
Yeah.
But for me, then it is something I need to work with, to problem solve in myself. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And for me, about the like the egg you told, I felt like when you are diving in the old days, you have like a very heavy with a tube where you got air down to you.
Yeah, with the round.
Yeah, the round, and it's heavy, and I couldn't walk in the world with that armor on.
No.
It's more freeing just to let it flow.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is this morning I read the news, which I shouldn't, but I did.
Yeah.
And the reason why I say I shouldn't is exactly because of this. I take it all in, and I saw this headline. I think he was a 4 or 5 year old boy had to say goodbye to his dad at the border or something like that. And it described how he cried, and I only just glimpsed at it, and I said to my husband, oh, I don't need to read that, because in that instant I could feel the tears coming up, and I can feel them now when I'm talking about it, because I feel what they feel, even though they are thousands of and it's awful. And I try to remind myself to say that's not mine, and shove it away, like mentally having a picture of I'm me and that's them, not to be cold but to protect myself.
Yeah, exactly. And when you feel something very strong, for me that is the sign of there is something in you need to look at. The abandonment, the saying goodbye, the sorrow, because for me, if you can recognize it in another person, it's because it's in you. And if you have like, oh, I don't want to see it, that's not me, I'm not that, for me that is a sign that is exactly you.
Yeah, you're right.
And there's when you put something there's something in you where you have to take care of that part.
But that's funny, because when you said those words about being abandoned and everything, when I was a young child, my parents divorced, and I didn't really see my dad when I was a young child. I always tried to, and we saw each other a few times a year, maybe at my birthday in July and at Christmas, and it has always been an issue until I forgave him, really forgave him. I couldn't understand it, but it wasn't an issue anymore. But the feeling is still there. Yeah.
And that you need to take care of and really embrace. And I feel a little bit yes, the dogs are barking. It's so they are the best projector of anger. I need a little. I do some body bliss, and when I get to the eyebrows, where the anger is put in, the dogs in my area are barking like crazy. So
Wow.
they are the best predictor of anger. Not they are angry, but it's
Yeah.
you can
Wow.
you can hear the anger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and both of them
Yeah.
were just
Yeah, they
going
did.
at it.
Yeah.
And there was nothing. There's nothing, huh?
No. It's
Dogs.
so yeah. And many women have a problem with anger because they have maybe seen their father or a male version that is there, that were very angry and aggressive, and we don't like it. So many women put the anger in the shadow. And
yeah, but also I think for men it's okay to show their anger, because it makes them warrior like, because you need that strength to protect your house, your family, your children. But for us it's so not done when we're angry.
And many if women get angry, they are hysterical.
Exactly.
And we can't take them serious. I get the word a little bit dumb, because she can't express herself in a nice way. But we have the anger. We are angry at sometimes, and maybe you are a little angry at your father or at the situation, so for me there is a lot about you in how you are reacting to the clip from the war.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I would like to talk about your safety line and your career line. In both of you and both of your hands, they are connected.
Yeah.
And I will stop sharing the screen, because I have drawn in my hand, and I have done it with a so, because your lines are connected, there can be a part, a middle in your hands. You are the planning type.
Indeed.
And both of you have some, in Danish I call it krebskrams. It's
what's the word for that?
It's that's crisscross. There are interruptions. It's not a straight line, but it's
it's like with
and that is a sign of many thoughts. So when you are making a plan, it's not from A to C, it's A, D, B, K.
So we need to connect them.
No. You need to do the planning yourself and don't get interrupted.
So
you will get a list, a plan from A to C, but it is not in from A to C. It's and then you will have the list. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And you both have the connected lines. Erna make a list, Cat make a list. It's not maybe they are not hvad hedder det? Similar. Then when you do the podcast, it's about the podcast now. It's also your personal life. When you do the thing on the list you have made in your private, it must follow that plan. But when you are sitting with a plan that is not similar, then you can feel insecure and your secure is very and so it is very important for you that you are connecting your list. I need to do that first or before something, and maybe that's not make any difference for the other part, but you have to connect your list.
Yeah.
Does it make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have the lines in both your hands. So you make a list and you need to do it in a right way. Mine are like this. They are connected in one hand. In my personal life, I like to make plans. I like to and when I make the things, it must be quick, and I would like to be finished yesterday. The impatient, we call this the impatient type, and the patient. But
I am impatient.
Yeah,
quite a bit actually.
Yeah, but
but not as impatient so that it means that I get things done. I'm still planning and overthinking and analyzing and everything, and then I try to get some things done, and then I go back to analyzing because I need to do something else.
You don't act on things.
No.
When I was doing something yesterday with a friend, and she did it, and I needed a plan. What are we going to do? What next? And then that's my personal space. But when I'm with her, I just do something. I act. I get something, and then I make it my own way. But it confuses me that I don't have a plan.
So for instance, if she said, well, Mette, we have the entire week off, let's go travel. I'll book a trip to Spain. You would think, but we need to know where we have to go, or what day exactly, and which hotel. I want to look into those. Okay, that makes sense.
I need a plan for my personal space. Where are we going to? But not as too strict. It's not the connection is not so far in the hand. It can be almost in the middle of the hand. Then you have to plan every detail. But when we are on the way, and I need the necessity. Where are we going? Do I need a passport? Do I need summer clothes or winter clothes? Or then I can go, and then I'm all in, and then I have the basic. And then I can go.
Okay.
And for me, when I read people, I always show this thing, because you can look in your partner's or your children's hands if they are connected, or there is a space between lines. Because if you are a planner and you have children that just that
do something,
and it needs to be quick, and they are impatient, and you are, take it easy and see the plan, and this hand will give a F about the plan. Just
I think my husband's like that.
Yeah. And when you are aware that you are different, you can say, if your husband is like this, and what about all the plans, and you don't need it, then again it's about the respect. I need it. I need a plan,
and he gets that, so that's fine.
Yeah. That's what the respect is. And if your hands are like this and the partner is also like this, then like you in your podcast need to connect.
Yeah,
exactly. So that we have the same expectations, and
And for me, there's a lot of talking about the plans and planning, and the way we do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we just jumped and did it.
I was just going to say,
we did it backwards. We didn't know what we were going to do. We just knew we were going to do a podcast, and let's see what happens.
Yeah,
so,
we just did a test.
Yeah.
To see if it would work to have a conversation in the podcast room, and that worked. That was on the 2nd of February, and since Cat is the numerologist amongst us, she was just looking at it and she said, "Oh, actually, the 2nd of February is a very good day to publish a podcast." So I just went, go for it, and we just did it.
Yeah, but for me, you made a plan, a small one, not a detailed plan, but what date, how are we going to do it? What are we going to talk about?
We had been talking about doing a podcast for a
So
year.
You have made a plan.
But actually, Mette, it's still right on, because the things you're talking about are sneaking up on us now. Because yesterday we had a chat about some of the things we need to address before continuing. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Oh, I've been thinking that same thing. That same thing. So it actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's funny, yeah? It all comes together like this. You just confirm what the process that we are going through, I think.
Yeah.
And for me, the palm reading and the blind drawing it's not about new things, but it is a confirmation about oh, that's right, okay, okay, I see, so you get a feeling that you are on the right track, and it's what you have been thinking about or feeling. So for me, it's like, I get this a lot, and it's funny, I have thought about it, or I have talked about it, or it's
it's interesting that actually looking in our hands, we can see a lot of stuff. You know me a bit, but you don't know Erna, and you can just, I'm sitting here thinking, that's true. So I can imagine how she's feeling.
Mind blown.
You need to you have to drink a lot of water today, because
I feel a massive headache coming up.
And if you wake tomorrow, you can get like a buzz, like if you have been drinking red wine,
like a hangover.
Hangover.
I don't drink, but I have had that the last couple of months with all the energy of the world. It's been like that almost constantly.
It's a heavy energy, and if for me, if you have like protected yourself, you use a lot of energy to don't get it in.
True. I'm going to go for the filter thing.
Yeah.
That's
try
so
it
much.
for a period, and maybe you will get dizzy and all the energy is flowing around you.
Yeah.
But for me, it's easier. It's so much easier.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Of course I do. The perfectionism thing.
Yeah.
I get that I'm a perfectionist.
Yeah.
In some areas. Some I don't really give a fuck.
About?
We can swear. For instance, the podcast.
Yeah.
I actually don't care if I stumble over the words, or if I look silly or something like that. That's not a perfectionist thing with me. My home can be messy and needs to be clean. It annoys the hell out of me. But when I do clean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be clean. So the perfectionist thing is, in my mind, trying to because I get that I overanalyze. I get that I want things to be correct. I get that I want to be good at what I do and feel good at it before I do it. But you see the perfectionism as all over or in a certain area?
No,
I guess that's what
in you, it's in your thoughts. You're
Mm.
a perfectionist in your thoughts, not in the doing.
But sometimes, as you mentioned, with the one who wants to take the task, if you're in a group,
Yeah,
I can do that, but I can also sit back because I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to be the one that everything falls back on.
You like to get to take the responsibility, but then you cut yourself. No. And for me, there is a lot of conflict in you.
Yeah.
At one point, I feel that you really love your perfectionism, and you really hate it.
Yeah.
To get easy around it, you need to love it, and you need to love to hate it.
Yeah. But it's still funny, Mette, because I can sit in a group working, and I can say, well, it doesn't matter. Let's just do something else. I can hear myself say to my daughter, does it really matter? Let's just. So that confuses me because.
Yeah, but it is around other people. Around other people, you can say, okay,
sense.
that's let us be happy and funny and joyful. But when you close the door and it's just Cat,
yeah,
then it's not funny.
True.
And then it's heavy.
Yeah, because I do mean it when I'm with other people. I do really mean that it really doesn't matter how big of a deal is it, but it is true. It's inside only me. Yeah. Okay, now I get it.
Yeah. And it's very funny. I can almost see you sitting like this. No, that's not me. No, that's not. And on the other side, it's not a big deal. And you have to connect those two.
Yeah.
Those two need to be a pair of lovers.
Yeah. I need to have the slogan, just do it.
Yeah, because no, some part of you is just do it. But
just do it.
There is a part that's no, wait a second. It needs to be perfect. That's the other part of you. And
but they can learn from each other, because for instance, when I do talk and not think, the perfectionist could learn the other side something about, hey, hold back. So to come back,
they both they need to be there both. Then you are complete. Now it's a fight between the two.
I think I get it. I've heard it a lot, Mette, but not only from you, but now I think I get it.
Some of the things I have told today, and when you revisit it and see it again, then there are things that will pop up and now I see. And for me, when I read a person, I can feel, and that I can feel it in both of you, and you are both getting tired. It's like a layer I put on you.
Yeah.
And like on a bread, you spread some jam,
butter or jam.
Jam, and it's a layer. But when you wait an hour, then it is
soaked in.
Soaked in the bread, and that is what I am spreading now, and then it will soak
in. Yeah.
And then you can get a reaction. You can cry, or you can get angry, or you can be joyful and get a lot of thoughts, and you can get tired, very tired.
Yeah.
Should we stop
I know
now?
which one I'm going to get. I was, there was this thought in my mind that I was like, maybe I should now say, is there anything else that we need to discuss from the hands, or not? Because we've been at it for a very long time again. So
just quickly.
One tiny question
for the both of us. If Mette can see in both of our hands, if we have anything according to communication like we do in a podcast, if it is the right direction, or as we both are hypnotherapists and coaches, if you can see if that is a thing that on the right track, but to see if you can see that in our hands, if that
is prediction, and that is your life choice.
Exactly.
There are many roads, and if you choose one road, then it can lead to something else.
But it doesn't necessarily mean that if you choose one road, so let's say if you would choose hypnotherapists, that we close off the coaching road. It's still there.
And for me, again, with Cat, it's one or the other. And you need to see it, that you can take more roads.
It was just more like if you can see if there's a big skill for communication, or for therapy, or for whatever, not to predict anything, but just to
but that is a personal reading, I would like to say. This is about the podcast, and then I haven't looked at the other thing, but I can say, and you both have it in my hand, I have drawn the purple lines, the lines from your pinky and down your hand to the middle. If it's that it's from here and up to your pinky. That is communication lines.
Good.
And you both have them.
So that makes sense. That was just it. Good.
So you are good at talking and communicate and make sense for other people.
Well,
again, that was just what I needed to know.
Talk to my daughter.
In my hand. Talk to your daughter.
But this is about the podcast.
For sure.
You do communicate, but maybe your daughter needs to get more words than you are providing her.
Yes, I think so.
And maybe you have got that daughter to open up for your words, to your communication.
I wondered about that so many times.
that is your healing, because you need to talk and make other but get other people to understand what you are saying.
Yeah.
And it's like you are born with a mouth closed.
Yeah.
Like a zipper.
Yeah.
And you need to learn to open it.
Yeah.
And then you have a daughter who needs an open mouth.
Yeah.
That's the healing.
And that's the thing where I think I'm most stuck at.
Yeah.
That frustrates me a lot.
Yeah.
But that's a topic for another, a whole nother conversation.
It is.
Yeah.
Now I'm burping. Sorry.
Good, good.
Yeah.
It's funny. I can see the energy
that needs
going.
To close it a little bit. Again, the extremes. It's so funny.
So, should we do a part 3? Is then the question.
I'm open for it. You just say a word. Maybe I need a little break, but I feel you like sitting. You don't sit like that, but almost sitting. Yeah, more. I see it like a container where I'm pouring water in, and it's pouring over. You can't consume all
we
that.
need to we need to
maybe we need a break
absorb.
as well. True.
And let it soak in.
Sink in,
and then maybe you can pinpoint some issues or things you want to talk about. Then I'm open for it.
Yeah, good.
Mette, I think we have maybe a fixed guest every month, every 2 months, or
every sometime.
Yeah.
Great. That could be fun.
Ooh. And perhaps, Mette, you can do a podcast with Erna alone in her podcast, and with me alone on a different subject. It's on confidence and public speaking and love and relationships and such.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm open for it.
Yeah,
I think it's very fun.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is. Not only that we benefit from what you teach us, but the understanding of us as individuals and in the context with others, and how you can use it, like you spoke about the last time with couples, and now you mentioned children, and how we can learn and heal just by looking in the hand.
It amazes me too that I can talk so much about some lines in your hand.
And there's so many. So
and you can go into details even more. But it's not necessary. It's all just a few things. It makes the world.
Makes it already. Yeah. True. So with that, are we going to conclude this podcast? Let's do it. Thank you again, Mette, for joining us, for reading our hands. This is really an amazing experience. And as said, we're keen to have you come back, and maybe for our own podcasts as well. So to our audience, if you have any questions, or if you want to know more, we will put Mette's Facebook link under the video and under the podcast, so that you can contact her yourself. And if there, yes, Katarina?
Go on.
And if there are any questions or comments to us, you can also always reach us. Just send us an email, cat&erna@gmail.com, and we're happy to help you.
And remember to subscribe to the channel and press like
and subscribe.
Please share and talk all about it, because
right here,
right there,
right down there, or up here, or wherever. That's it. So, see you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.